This is question number 2 from geometry homework number 7, part 1. The question says, what is the area of the figure below? So area is that super important word. We know we need a formula here. From class today, we talked about following our steps when we solve these compound shapes. So first we need to divide it into figures that we already know how to find the area of. So one easy way to do this might be to divide it here into this rectangle and this larger rectangle. So that's definitely one way we could do it. Another way you could do this is you could divide it into these two rectangles. So we've got this one down here and we have this one right here. It doesn't really matter how you do it, you'll get the same answer regardless. So I'll show you how to solve it one way, and then just for studying purposes, you might want to try it another way as well. So I'm going to divide it right here. And I know since they're both rectangles, they're both going to be A equals length times width. So I'm going to set up that equation 2 times. So this formula will be for the large rectangle, and then we'll say this formula is for the small rectangle. I'm going to erase that because we'll need that space for formulas in just a second. So let's start by finding our dimensions of the large rectangle here. So I know that this side right here is 10. That's written, that's pretty clear. So let's call that the width. I'm going to fill in 10 for the width. We're still trying to figure out length, so I'm going to leave that one blank for right now. My length coming across the bottom here is 15 altogether, but we know that we needed to stop right here. So I'm going to look at this number. I know that this side right here is 4, which means that this side also has to be 4. So if I have these two pieces here, this one and this one, they have to add up to 15. One of them is 4. So 4 plus something is going to equal 15. That something is going to be 11. So I know that my width of my length of that rectangle is going to be 11. Let's take a look at the smaller rectangle now. So again, it's going to be this one right here. I know that this side looks like the length. We don't know the width yet, so it might be the same. It might be different. I'm going to say that the length is 4. So I'll fill in 4 for the length. Still looking for the width. So let's try to figure this out. I have this long side over here from the bottom to the top that's 10. And I know that these two pieces from here to here, 6, if I were to transfer this over, that piece would be right about there. That's going to be 6. And then I have this second piece right here. If I were to transfer that over, we don't know what that is. It's a question mark right now, but we know it needs to add up to 10. So this piece 6 plus something would equal 10. That something has to be 4. So now I can transfer it back over here, and we know that this side is also 4. So coming back to my equation, my width is going to be 4. So now that we've figured out our dimensions, let's go ahead and solve. This one, A equals 10 times 11, that would be 110. And our units are meters. Since we're talking about area, it's going to be square meters. Over here I have area equals 4 times 4, that's 16. Again, my units are square meters. Last step, since ultimately this is just one shape, not divided, we see that one box, we need to add them together. So 110 plus 16, go ahead and add that up. Whatever you get here needs to be meters squared.